Okay. Episode 25. Uh. Okay, so it is morning. It is morning. And. And then, the three diamonds were sleeping. And then. Oh, yeah, actually. Steven did leave a flower, like Shrek, in the last episode. I forgot to say that he left a flower, and that's when Pencil Knight was looking down and picking up the flower, and she went inside, and then that's when she was picking from the petals. She was saying to herself, "I tell him, I tell him not, I tell him, I tell him not, I tell him, Steven, Steven, there's something I want." And And as Stephen was trying to talk to Pencil Knight, he was saying, she was then, oh, well, yeah, actually, they were already awake, is what she was surprised about. And she walks to them and talks to Stephen, like, Stephen, hey, there's something I need to, and then Stephen be like, no, I don't want to hear any more of these conversations, all right? Um, and Stephen then says that, and then, Pencil Knight was have that sad face to Steven. Then a ship shows up, and then Steven's saying, "Oh, perfect timing. Pentanite, I brought you a little something." And then Doc shows up with her woman, and as she comes up to her, and be like, "Pentlandite." And then Steven says, "Remember what we had talked about. Remember what we had promised." And then Doc was saying, yeah, very well, Steven. I'll now leave your property alone. Hurry up and leave us alone before I change my mind. Penslandite, I think I had startled you, but you've startled me. I have never seen so much beauty in you. Or I've never seen so much beauty on you, because the beauty is on her, like the shining and the glitter stuff. And then Ruby was saying, but I'm the Ruby you will marry. And then Pencil Knight was saying, oh, well, forgive me, General. Well, yeah, they did say that about her as a general. They didn't the three dimes did mention her about the general thing, and earlier in episode 19, I forgot to say that Stephen was saying to Pencil Knight that after Pencil Knight was talking about the general, she was Pencil Knight was saying no. Stephen was saying, I'm sure that she is. No, I don't think they would. I don't think they would mention it. No, I don't think they would mention it being short, because Ensign is a short gem. Is a short gem like Ruby, and possibly slightly shorter than Ruby, Doc Ruby. What I meant. And I mean shorter than a Ruby. Like Pencil Knights are probably shorter, slightly than a Ruby. So then I meant like what makes more sense of a grammar, like a Pentadite is slightly shorter possibly than a Ruby. That's just for me to quickly say that. Anyway, um she was saying, oh yeah, again, what I was talking about, she was saying, well, forgive me. Well, forgive me, General, that I had asking you that why were you not coming to rescue me? And then she was saying, well, you see, I was not strong enough to take out this monster. Or to take down this monster. I've been mostly saying taken out for a while. For a lot. I don't know. Whatever Doc was saying, that's similar to what it means to that. And then after explaining Pencil Knight, they then start to leave that And then Pendledite was saying, very well, very well, Stephen. And then and and then and as they were leaving from the ship, then the two diamonds then come to Stephen, and then they were saying to Stephen that Pearl was saying to Stephen, come, Stephen, come on. Pendledite was actually going to tell you something. Then Stephen was like, oh yeah, really? Then what is it? She has something secret going on, and I was thinking that if we can find a cure for her, and she has these and like Stephen was like they were trying to say something that what makes Stephen not think about her powers. It's something that she has this disorder of, and I'm thinking that we must cure the powers of, and the only way to cure it is magic, like what Pendledite was saying. And Stephen didn't believe this, and as Stephen was refusing to, then they were singing a song, and then the three diamonds were then singing a song about Stephen trying to get them back from an argument, doing this, and let's see. I'm sorry, hang on. I'm trying to think of other things, like Stephen, okay, actually, here's what makes more sense. Stephen, I'm sorry for getting this mixed up. Stephen walks away and back to his house, like in a montage, while, like in the Hallelujah reference. And then after that, then that's when we bring up to the diamonds, telling him about what happened, about this disorder that she has, and they didn't tell him about her powers, but they were saying about this. The only way to heal her disorder thing, or I wouldn't say disorder, it's problems, is magic. And after that, they were arguing. Stephen was then refusing to, and then the three diamonds were singing a song, and then after the song was over, then a portal showed up. And it was a magic wand that appeared. And Stephen was able to pick it up and use it. Was like, and Stephen was actually surprised that they were right, and let's see, Stephen was saying, okay, so what does she have really? And then Teal Diamond saying, that's something you would go and ask her. And then Stephen was saying, well, I meant a montage. I meant like, speaking of what Stephen was about to say, like, I don't know what I said, a montage is where, a show that Dakin is getting ready for her wedding dress. I mean, wedding tuxedo, and Pendledite is formed into a wedding dress, and then and that was during the montage before that the diamonds were able to tell Stephen about what happened, and then that was, and then the song, and then Stephen found out with a wand, and then after Teal Diamond, and then after the conversation with what does Pendledite have really? And then Teal Diamond saying, that's something you should ask her about, and then Stephen said, the wedding! We'll never make it in time! Actually, while that was happening during the montage, they brought in the monster, the dragon, and they'd be like, well, there's a will and there's a way, and I have a way, said Pearl Diamond, and then she was whistling, or she would say, come on, dragon, like, if she doesn't know how to, actually, no, she does know how to whistle, like, gems can whistle, so, yeah. The dragon then comes down, and Stephen was surprised he was laughing, like, even Teal Diamond was saying, look, aren't you surprised? And then, like, And then and then Steven's like, yes. And then Roland's like, come on, let's go. All right. Hey Teal, can you fly us up there to the dragon with the dragon and then dragon like the dragon accepted it got actually no. Alright. They would either climb up from the head or TLM would just pick them up into the dragon's back and they would all go there. Oh, yeah, and Steven is a part human. He put the bubble in before they would go to space and they were flying to the planet where they're supposed to. And Steven will find the planet in the map. And the dragon is fast, like light speed. It's like light speed fast. Like a dragon. You never heard of a dragon that goes fast light speed unless some of you do. And that's when the episode ends. So, and now we will continue the final episode like immediately after I end this video.